Welcome to From the Hack's weekend roundup for Week 7 of the 2015-2016 World Curling Tour schedule. This week there were 4 events on the men's side and 3 events on the Women's World Cup Tour schedule. At the Basel Cup in Switzerland, Team Gushue lost their first game of the weekend and followed up with 8 straight victories, including a 5-1 victory in the championship final against the upstart Team Van Dorp of the Netherlands. At the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic in Vernon, BC, it was Stephanie Lawton and her foursome out of Saskatoon defeating the Chelsea Carey foursome out of Calgary 5-4 in the finals. In the men's event, the Pat Simmons team recovered from a slow start to their first event of the season and finished strongly to win the event with a 5-1 victory in the finals over Dean Joannis of New Westminster, BC. At the Sobeys Classic in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia, the men's event was won by the Jamie Murphy foursome out of Halifax as they defeated the former Brier finalist Sean Adams, also of Halifax, 5-4 in the finals. In the women's event, Suzanne Burt of Charlottetown beat the Pinckney team of Truro, Nova Scotia, 8-5 in the final. In the ladies' event at the Avenir Cash Spiel in Edmonton, it was a battle of teams from Asia in the finals with Team May of China defeating Team Ida of Japan 5-4. While on the men's side, it was Team Kim of South Korea, repeating as champions with a 5-4 victory over the Robert Collins team out of Calgary in the finals. In the hot zone this week, we have Team Van Dorp out of Holland, which came out of nowhere this weekend to make the finals at the Basel Cup in Switzerland. It was a great event for the Dutch team, who won 5 games against teams ranked higher than them in the World Curling Tour's Order of Merit, with their only losses coming against Sven Michel of Switzerland and Brad Gushue, that defeated the Dutch foursome in the finals. In the cold zone this week is a Tom Brewster team out of Scotland. After qualifying for the playoffs in their first 3 events of the season, Team Brewster, ranked 15 in the World Curling Tour's Order of Merit, found things more difficult at the Basel Cup in Switzerland this weekend, losing 3 of their 4 games, including losses to 2 teams ranked outside of the top 100 in the world. Our honorable mention Performers of the Week goes to Cheryl Bernard and her team of Susan O'Connor, Carolyn McCrory, and Corey Morris that went 5-0 in round robin before giving up a steal in the 8th end to lose the quarterfinals of the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic in Vernon. Not bad for a skip who recently told From the Hack that she was retired and would only be making infrequent appearances on the World Curling Tour. And that's the weekly roundup for Week 7 of the World Curling Tour schedule. Next week, there are 6 events on the men's tour, with the spotlight competitions being the Stu Sells Tankard in Toronto and the Direct Horizontal Drilling Fall Classic in Edmonton. On the ladies' side, there are 5 events scheduled on the tour, including the Curler's Corner Autumn Gold Curling Classic in Calgary and the Women's Masters Basel in Switzerland. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at From the Hack or visit our website at www.fromthehack.com.